A spy is tasked with building a family to get closer to his target. As a result, he adopts a child with telepathy and marries a lady who's a secret hired killer. Will he succeed in his mission? Episode 1. A diplomat from Westales is killed in their neighboring country, Ostania, and the government of Westales decide to send a spy to Ostania. They send their best agent, Twilight. He takes a cover name, Forger Lloyd. He goes to Berlin and picks his mission to get closer to Donovan Desmond, the leader of Ostania's National Unity Party. The only way to register a child at Desmond's children's school. Since there is a week left for the mission, he rents a house and tries to adopt a child. He adopts Anya, a little girl with telepathic powers, due to a laboratory experiment. As he takes her home, she reads his mind and learns about the spy duty. The following day, he meets a colleague, Frankie, and gets all the information he needs for his mission, including the entrance examination ticket. At home, Anya gets bored and sends a transmission from his spy instrument. The transmission gets caught by Lloyd's enemies, who kidnap her to get Lloyd. Lord Edgar gets Anya, and Lloyd changes his face to attack Edgar, and he rescues Anya. He hopes to leave her, so he asks her to go to the police station, but she refuses and waits for him. As he returns, he takes her away, and they rent a new home. On the examination day, she attempts to read the minds of other students, but finds out they don't understand the questions too. She eventually follows what she knows, and she fortunately passes the examination. Episode 2. For the interview stage, he needs a mother for Anya, so he steals a list of unmarried women in the city. On the other hand, a young lady, Yor, who works at the city hall during the day and works as a hired killer at night, is at work when her colleague, Camilla, asks her to bring her boyfriend to a party that Saturday. That night, her brother Yuri also calls her. He's concerned about her marital status, and she tells him she will bring a man to that party. Yor thinks of where she can get a man to bring for the party, and she gets a call to kill a man, and after killing him, her clothes get stained with blood, so she decides to get new clothes because of the Saturday party. On the other hand, Lloyd remembers Anya doesn't have clothes that show she's from a rich home, so he also takes her to a tailor shop. He coincidentally meets Yor. She notices him staring at her, hoping he likes her, but when she hears Anya screaming "Dad," she assumes he's married. Anya reads her mind and finds out, so Anya starts crying that she needs a mother. Lloyd tells Yor that his wife is late, and Yor also tells him she needs a man for a party, and they agree to help each other. That Saturday, Lloyd takes another mission to get jewelry from some thieves. He goes late for the party, and Yor enters without him. Camilla humiliates Yor for being without a man, but Lloyd saves her. He supports her, and as they leave that evening, the thieves chase them. Yor helps Lloyd in the fight, and he asks her to marry him. Episode 3. They forge a marriage certificate and their family is formed. Lloyd confirms that Yuri is a civilian, and he decides to take his family shopping to look like a rich family. After watching the opera, drawing, and visiting the restaurant, Lloyd assumes there is no way his family can get admission into the prestigious college, as they aren't behaving rich. Yor asks that they take a tour, and they go to a park. They watch a man snatch a bag from an older man, and the family work individually to get the woman's bag back. The woman comments that they are a sweet family, encouraging Lloyd. They return home and continue the preparation for the interview. Episode 4. On the interview day, several notable people attend the interview. The headmaster keeps screaming that they should only grade the family with elegance, and when he sees the Forges bowing to the school statue, he falls in love with them. The family also help a boy inside the gutter and change from their dirty clothes, and they also save the school from embarrassment by chasing away the cows that ran into the school. They eventually go for the interview, and there are 4 examiners. The other 3 fall in love with them, except Master Swan, who hates happy families. He makes several attempts to fail them, and eventually asks Anya to pick between her mother and her stepmother. So Anya starts crying. The family walks out of the room angrily. After they leave, the other examiners get angry at Swan, and one of them slaps him. The Forgers return home with hopes. Episode 5. The admission lists come out and Anya's name isn't there. The headmaster tells them she is number 1 on the waiting list, and if a student drops out, she will get admitted. 3 days later, they receive a call that she is admitted, and Lloyd happily celebrates their admission with so much money, just as Anya wanted. After the party, they make fireworks, and she appreciates him for making him happy. Episode 6. The preparation for resumption starts, and they take Anya to measure for uniform. When the sewing is done, Lloyd meets with his boss, sending Yor and Anya to get it. After wearing the uniform for testing, Anya jumps around with it, and she is kidnapped by some boys who assume they are rich. Yor saves her. On the other hand, Lloyd's boss tells him the only way he could meet Desmond is if Anya wins some appreciation stars called Stella Stars. If she wins 8 Stella Stars, she will be part of the Imperial Scholars of the school, but if she gets 8 Tonitrus Bolts, she will be expelled. The school eventually resumes, and Anya is in Desmond's son Damien's class, and she meets Becky. Becky likes Anya immediately, but Damien bullies her. She hits Damien and gets a Tonitrus Bolt. If you're enjoying this recap, please like our video and subscribe to our channel. Episode 7. Lloyd asks Anya to apologize to Damien, although Becky tries to stop her. She makes several attempts and Lloyd sneaks into school to guide her. She eventually apologizes, but he rejects her apology. Lloyd realizes that his plans of getting Anya closer to Damien have failed, and Anya has to get the stars before he can meet Desmond. So he begs Anya to read, but she sleeps off. Episode 8. Lloyd's handler informs him Anya must get stars in 4 months also. He finds out his undercover has been leaked as the man who stole the list at the city hall has been caught. Also, Yor doesn't know that Yuri works for the secret government service, and Yuri is interviewing the suspects. He tells the man that he will arrest Twilight. After finishing his work, he goes to visit the forgers. He refuses to accept their union and says it's fake. During the conversation, Lloyd finds out Yuri is a secret police. Yuri insists they must kiss before he agrees to the marriage. Episode 9. As the couple attempts to kiss, Yuri gets uncomfortable and stops them. Yor also gets drunk while trying to kiss Lloyd. Yuri eventually leaves, but asks Lloyd to take care of his sister. The following day, Lloyd assumes Yor may also be working for the secret police, so he decides to bug her. He listens to her conversation with her colleagues about how to be a better wife, but he isn't still convinced, so he disguises himself as an agent, hoping that she will talk about Yor's job, but she doesn't. So he realizes she doesn't know about Yuri's job. That evening, he advises her to be herself in the marriage. Episode 10. The students at school start spreading rumors that Stella's stars will be shared during the PHE games. As a result, they all prepare for the Dodgeball game. They lost the game, and they lost to one of the Class 3 students, Bill Watkins. The teacher announces that no stellar stars will be shared in that game, but considers Damien and Anya's unity so that they can win. He considers giving them a Stella Star but changes his mind after seeing Damien and Anya argue after the game. Episode 11. Anya fails in her result. She decides she will find out the subjects each of her classmates are good at so she can read their minds during the next examination. She cancels her plans when Lloyd thinks that if she passes too fast, they may suspect her. He decides they can get the stars through other means, like sports and drawing, but she is bad at both, and he decides on community service. They go for community service at the hospital, and she saves a disabled boy, Ken, from dying because she read his thoughts when he was struggling in the water. She wins a star for this great act. For her excellent work, Lloyd promises to get her a dog. Episode 12. Lloyd gets busy that his neighbor stars, suspecting him. He decides to take his family out on the weekend, but on his way, he receives other work to stop some enemies who have sent a video inside a penguin. The location is the same place he is taking his family to. Unfortunately, his neighbors are at the aquarium too. With the help of Anya, he finds the penguin with the video and attacks the enemy. He succeeds in his mission and also earns his neighbor's admiration when he brings a penguin for Anya. Ending the series, Anya takes her penguin home and takes it on tour around the house. She attempts to open a secret door and Lloyd shouts at her. Anya gets angry and begins to cry. To ensure his mission is a success, Lloyd holds the penguin and he pretends to be an agent to Anya. The family goes out pretending to be agents so they can cheer Anya up. Thanks for watching our video. If you want us to recap the next season, let us know in the comments section.